In this video, let us understand bots in physical world. So let's start with this humanizing robots in service industry. If you haven't seen this yet in public places like restaurants or hotels or even shopping malls or visits to the hospitals, you will see for sure, in many places in the near future, within a year or two, because I have seen even in a small restaurant has this kind of a robot which is carrying the food from the kitchen to the dining table. And especially this utilization transformed much faster with the COVID situation, pandemic, because we want to have a less touch. So you can see the screen has showing multiple type of images of these robots carrying small items can be there in the shelf kind of thing, or it can be just a human face and with an iPad kind of a screen where you could ask question and you could get a response back um, there. So this can be used a lot in the service industry. And also the companies or vendors, what they're doing is they're trying to humanize a lot for these robots by giving them expressions like a smiley face or showing the screens or even rolling the eyes. It's a greeting service or hotel service. Um, so there are a lot of innovation happening and adoption also happening in many companies and areas. So now let's look at Boston Dynamics is one of the company. It's a popular company. They have been working on multiple type of robots. One of the robot is Spot robot. It is having multiple sensing mechanisms. It can sense, it can compute, and it can even manipulate with certain kind of controls. Um, and this Spot robot can walk and either observe and report or do certain kind of actions there. So if it has cameras, it has sensors, you don't need to have a physical person observing because these bots can go places where humans cannot go easily. Or in other words, I have seen these kind of spot robots are used in the factories in the nighttime or daytime to just walk around, do safety inspections. If not this robot, there have to be humans walking around checking for any leaks or any hazards or any smells, if so that they can take appropriate actions. But if you are using this kind of a bot, then this can run 24/7, walking around this plant or floor or factory floors, capturing the data and then acting or reporting it. And another example is robots in warehouses. This has been there for a long time, especially with Amazon kind of companies pioneered in this kind of technologies, where they have to move things in warehouses faster and more accurately without any mistakes. So there can be robots taking the heavy load from location to the shipping location or picking them from one place to another place. You can see other one with the bins, carrying the bins and picking the items from the shelves to the bins. So warehouses, these are getting used a lot. And then there are other type of robots or robotic arms. So these can be act like an arm, and these are also have been using in manufacturing for a long time. And recently there is another branch came up called collaborative bots, cobots. Assume that you have a third hand and you're working, and then your hand also working for you based on the task what you're given. So, like maybe putting your hand in a container which is hot, but this robot can go and pick up certain things and test it and put it back. So there can be a lot of scenarios. So because this is working with the humans, that is what it's called cobots. And the final one here in this slide you can see is delivery robots. There is a company called I think Starship. They are developed this kind of robots. It just has a box on a wheel, but it is a computer on a wheel, and they can take small payload or small packages from location point A to point B. And obviously, Amazon and FedEx are also using or almost experimenting to roll it out for the last mile delivery, which is a truck comes in front of your house, but some human is taking the package to the front door right now. If the vehicle is automated, can the last mile activity of picking the package from the truck to the door also be automated? I think it's getting very closer. We are there because these robots are already getting used in some places. So we will see a lot more innovations happening in the physical world seeing robots.